I thought better sleep meant changing everything. Winding down early, meditating, no screens. But for 30 nights, I changed nothing while the 8 Sleep Pod 5 Ultra quietly managed my sleep, cooling me down, warming me up, literally lifting my head, even playing sounds until I fell asleep. And the results were real, and the feature I thought was fluff is now a non-negotiable. Great sleep is the highest return on investment upgrade most of us never actually make. You'll drop $1,500 on a phone for a tiny productivity bump, but neglect the 8 hours that quietly decide your energy, workouts, focus, and mood. And here's the problem. Sleep is a moving target. Bedrooms heat up, partners run cold, there's snoring. Someone else's alarm might blast you awake, and the cycle repeats every night. The Pod 5 is a modular system that sits on the bed you already own and actively manages temperature, elevation, sound, alarms, and sleep tracking automatically, so the environment adapts while you don't think about it. 8 Sleep sent it over for me to try out, but the video isn't sponsored and they haven't had any input or viewed it in advance. Oh, and I'll have an exclusive discount link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Now, let's talk about what the Pod 5 actually is. The 8 Sleep Pod 5 is an active dual zone sleep system for your bed. It uses water-based climate control and embedded sensors to make your mattress behave like a thermostat and a sleep coach. Cooler to fall asleep, warmer towards waking up, and smart enough to intervene when it matters, without changing your routine, no wearables needed. The pod cover sits on your mattress and holds the water channels and sensors. The bedside hub pumps the water and controls the temperature. It also connects to Wi-Fi so you can control everything from the app. Now the Pod 5 Ultra in particular adds the base. You get adjustable head and leg positions for comfort, an automatic head tilt when the cover detects snoring, and a built-in speaker for wind down and waking up. The pod blanket is an optional top layer that connects to the cover and matches its cooling and warming from above, wrapping you in the same climate from top to bottom. Per sleeper control from 55 degrees to 110 degrees Fahrenheit is what lets 2 people stay comfortable in the same bed with their own settings. If she runs cooler and I run warmer, it no longer matters because the Pod 5 allows us each to set our own preferences. Now, according to 8 Sleep, their Autopilot 3.0 tech improved deep sleep by 16% and reduced nighttime wake by 9%. Okay, so this is a lot of hardware. How do you get it all set up? The hub is the reservoir, pump, and brains that circulates cooled and heated water through the cover and optional blanket and talks to the app. Plan on about 45 to 60 minutes if you have 2 people for the full setup, that's base, cover, hub, and blanket. But if you only get the Pod 5 cover, then it shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes. None of this is complicated, but you're moving a mattress, setting up a super heavy base, lining up hardware, and priming the hub. Start by placing and leveling the base inside your frame and confirming clearance for the cables. Slide the mattress back and place the cover evenly so the water channels aren't twisted. At the foot of the bed, drape the pod blanket and connect its quick connect hoses to the matching ports on the cover, then route the hoses cleanly, no sharp bends, and connect the cables until they click. Park the hub next to the bed with a little breathing room for airflow, fill it with distilled water, and let the app run through 2 full prime cycles, topping it off between cycles. Priming does 2 things. It moves water into every channel in the cover and blanket, and also removes any trapped air out of the tubing so you don't get gurgling noises or uneven temperature flow. This will take about 2.5 gallons of distilled water for a king-sized bed. Tiny gurgles on night 1 are normal. Just run a quick reprime after everything settles and it quiets down. Now, after setup is done, you can get to the easy part, starting with what happens when temperature comes from above and below at the same time. If you're waking up in the middle of the night because part of you feels too cold while the rest is too warm, that's the temperature mismatch that the Pod 5 blanket is designed to eliminate. It's a hydro-powered top layer that connects to the cover at the foot of the bed and runs on the same water system built into the mattress layer. Whatever the cover is doing underneath you, cooling you to help you fall asleep or warming you to ease you awake, the blanket matches from above. And the result is a full thermal envelope around your body, keeping your temperature consistent from top to bottom all night. That balance stops the subtle discomforts that nudge you out of deep sleep, so you stay asleep longer and wake up feeling more rested. Now, if you're deciding between the blanket and the base, choose the blanket if you want the fastest way to cut down on wake-ups caused by temperature swings. Now, if you think that's smart, the base does take it further. It reacts to your environment and physically moves to fix a particular problem while you're still asleep. Because temperature is really only half the story. The base adds the things that climate can't: movement and sound. And it lives quietly between your frame and mattress, so it feels like part of the bed. During the day or wind down, you've got manual positions on tap: flat as your baseline, reading with your head up, relaxed with both head and legs elevated, and zero gravity sleep mode to take pressure off your back. Set it, get comfortable, and go right back to flat or zero gravity when it's time to sleep. Overnight, it takes a more active role. If the cover sensors pick up a snore pattern from tiny chest vibrations, the base nudges your head up just a few degrees to open your airway. No mic, no tape, nothing on your face. You won't even feel the adjustment. You'll just see the little 2:13 a.m. head lift receipt in the morning log. The base also hides a built-in speaker that takes audio off your phone. It plays wind down soundscapes or steady white noise, brown noise, pink noise, etc. straight from the bed, and it can serve as your wake tone in the morning. Because audio lives in the base, there's nothing to pair, charge, or wear. No earbuds, no Bluetooth dance, so you actually just use it. Now let's see how the whole system comes together to give you the best sleep of your life. Now remember at the beginning when I said there was a part of the system I didn't expect to love? It's the wake-up experience. First, here's how a typical night runs. You tell the app when you want to go to bed, and it makes sure your side of the bed is at the right temperature at that time. Then the bed cools you as you fall asleep and manages the temperature as you move between sleep cycles. If snoring shows up, there's a subtle head lift that you won't feel. In the morning, the wake is 3 parts. Your side warms up, there's a gentle chest level vibration, and if you want it, a low volume sound of your choice plays from the base. Most mornings I use the thermal plus vibration, so I get up without filling the room with sound. Because audio lives in the base, nights start with a 1-tap wind down soundscape, and if I need a few extra minutes, the on-bed tap snoozes the alarm. And that's the coordination: thermostat, quite adjustable base, and a sleep coach that all talk to each other. And the result is deeper sleep, fewer wake-ups, and more predictable mornings. Now onto the app. This isn't just a stare at the charts kind of product. The app is the receipts. It shows what happened overnight and where the system stepped in. So in the morning, I check the basics first: total time of sleep, wake-ups, and a simple timeline of temperature and elevation changes. If snoring showed up, I'll see the tiny head lift timestamp from the base. When I want more than just the headlines, that's where the deeper metrics live: heart rate variability, respiratory rate, sleep stages, and a snore timeline. And there's also a health check, which rolls all those signals up over time and flags patterns that look off, so I can spot weird weeks without turning my life into a spreadsheet. Autopilot is the quiet star here. It looks at when I tend to fall asleep and wake up, how often I stir, and how the temperature in the room itself changes throughout the night, then nudges the temperature before I would feel a swing. It learns over the first few nights and then just runs in the background. Now the graphs aren't the point. Like I said, they're more like the evidence, or the receipts that show that what you felt actually happened. That said, even the smartest system comes with a few things you should know before jumping in, and 8 Sleep absolutely does fall into that category. So let's get into those trade-offs. This is a water-based connected system, and there are a few realities about that fact. First, even after spending a bunch of money on the product and accessories, there is a membership that is required to use the vast majority of the features. The first year is included with purchase, and once it's over, yes, you can run the pod without it, but you're flying all manual. That means you can set one static temperature and it stays there. No automatic preheating or cooling for bedtime, no schedule changes, no vibration, no thermals, no sound alarm, No snoring detection and head elevation, no long-term health reports, and no new features because feature updates require that membership as well. It starts at $200 per year, which comes initially with a 2-year warranty, or $300 per year for 5 years of coverage. And you probably want to make sure that warranty is active because some owners of prior pods, so the pod 1, 2, 3, and 4, have reported leaks over time. There are complaints all over social media with users documenting water issues, with many with ruined mattresses, floors, and expensive out-of-warranty costs. Now, the Pod 5 is promoted as being improved in this regard, but with any hydro system, the risk isn't zero. So use distilled water, prime fully, and if you ever see moisture by the hub or the lines, stop and contact support. It's also a connected appliance, so if your Wi-Fi hiccups, expect occasional app delays. The cover still heats and cools, but syncing and grabs can lag, and the app just won't work. I have fast, widespread Wi-Fi here in my home, and the hub seems to disconnect at least once per week and needs to be manually restarted, which requires unplugging it and then plugging it back in. That's the reality check. Now, knowing all that, if you're still interested, what should you actually buy? Here's how I build the system. If heat and cold swings wake you, or you share a bed with someone who runs the opposite, start with the pod cover. That's the basic unlock. It stabilizes climate per person, so nights stop turning into a thermostat tug of war. If your core feels fine, but you still wake because the top of the bed feels off, add in the pod blanket. It mirrors the same cooling to sleep and warming to wake from above, creating that full thermal envelope that we talked about earlier. If snoring is in play, or you actually want wind down and wake up routines that run themselves without a phone, you want the automatic soundscapes, or you just want to be able to automatically sit up, lift your feet, etc., go ultra with the base. You get comfortable, adjustable positions for reading and recovery, an automatic head tilt when snoring is detected, and that built-in audio with the vibration wake up that makes the routine effortless. After using it, my order stays the same. Cover plus blanket plus base. That stack moved my nights from fine to predictable, which for a sleep product is the whole point. Again, I have a discount link down in the description below, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll meet you there for further discussion. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andru Edwards, and I'll catch you in the next video.